Hello, Internet. Welcome back to another edition of Eric's Corner with a word of the not so wise. I think today's episode, I do actually have some good words of wisdom for the up and coming generation. I'm seeing a good handful of videos of girls specifically taken to the internet and just absolutely inconsolably in tears about kind of how their lives are starting off after college. You know, I, I do have a little bit of sympathy for you. I mean, if you're going to the internet for sympathy, I mean, that's not what I'm here for. I'm going to give you a serious dose of reality. But I mean, if you actually want suggestions, then that's what I'm here for. I mean, I do have some sympathy, but there's a limit to it. This girl's talking about, like, I can't afford life. I went and worked hard and got a degree, accrued all this debt, and now I'm just barely scraping by. Another girl saying I had to go back to bartending because I'm making double what I was in a degree in like finance management or something, a really good degree. And another girl says, I'm working 14 hours a day with my hour and a half commute, taking the train to work every day. And, I'm just making barely enough to scrape by. I don't have time to work out. I don't have time to do any of the things to like get my life going. So I am sorry that you were lied to. I am not sorry that I feel like you're expecting some kind of instant gratification here. I mean, you guys are only in your early 20s. I personally made good money in my early 20s, but I mean, a lot of it was just some dumb luck that I fell into. I went out and cleared bomb ranges. It ended up being really lucrative. I started doing that when I was 22, did it for 3 years, went and worked in the oil field. And then I took a major financial hit when I joined the military. I mean, I was making less than a third of what I was before, but that'll pay off in the long run, blah, blah, blah. It's not about me. It's not the point. So you got stuck with some bad mentorship, some bad leadership, possibly some shitty parents. Either you grew up without much, a single parent home and didn't have a lot of opportunity. So you thought going to college would give you that opportunity. Your counselors, I mean, we've had 3 decades of schools pushing college real hard, and it's supply and demand. There just simply aren't enough of those types of jobs. And the colleges, again, lied to you, made up these bullshit degrees because government is lending infinite amounts of money for whatever degree you want, underwater basket weaving and theater and liberal arts. And I don't even know what in God's name you would do with some of these degrees. But I also do feel a little bad at the time that you're coming into this market, because we've hit a really big, we got a really, really weird economy. And I mean, I personally should be doing a lot better than I am. And again, I'm getting lucky in that I have job skills where I can go work construction. But I mean, if you guys are living in big cities, go someplace else. What was that meme that said a bottle of water it costs 10 cents to produce, 50 cents to buy at Costco, $1.50 at the gas station, but $3 at a baseball game? It's not what it is, it's where you are that kind of determines your value. I understand some of these jobs, you're going to have to be in a more densely populated area where it's going to be applicable, but you might have to walk outside of your job market expectation and do something you don't necessarily want to. I had a buddy who got a degree in mechanical engineering, and he went and designed HVAC systems for a company up in Anchorage, I think. I don't think he did it for very long. I want to say less than a year, but I mean, he got this degree thinking he was going to go design turbochargers for engines and stuff. Oh, fantastic. Well, now he's a gunsmith. Okay, loves guns. I'm sure he's very good at it. He's run his own business doing it, but it's well outside what he had expected he was going to do with his degree. Look at Mike Rowe. He's got good advice. He's like, follow your dreams. I mean, no, because you're going to have to do things that are outside of what you dream of. Yes, take your dreams with you and set that as kind of your goal. But, there's stepping stones. You got to do little, baby steps. You can't just go right out of college and get the exact job you want every time and make, a really good wage right away. And I mean, that's that. I mean, is it instant gratification that you're having trouble with, I mean, again, you've had some bad mentorship, you've been lied to, you've been pushed in the wrong direction. And for that, that sucks. And I'm sorry. It's got nothing to do with me. But I do feel for you there. But, so, you're going to have to work harder. You're going to have to work 2 jobs. I've bounced around and worked multiple jobs and do things. Summer's coming up. I'm going to be working round the clock to try and get ahead, or further ahead than I have been. So, yeah, I mean, you're just going to have to suck it up. Get out of the big city. Look for a cheaper place to live. I mean, a lot of these really densely populated areas, you can move 3 hours in any direction. Go live in your freaking car. Go get a job at a restaurant and learn how a business works or something. You get to a smaller town, people are going to be much more inclined to help you. I've been all over the country, and I am telling you, when I was in smaller towns, there was a much higher consistency of much nicer people. It just, people are not meant to live so on top of each other like they are in the cities. Your rent will go down. You'll find, some people that grew up in some more rural areas, farm communities, whatever, who hopefully had little tighter family lives, who can take you under their wing and push you in the right direction. Bristol Bay has a massive, what I'm seeing, I've only been out there four seasons, but on the Bristol Bay page, there's a lot of boats, highliners, boats that are consistently pushing $20,000, $25,000, $30,000, $40,000 cruise shares in 5 weeks, doing that consistently, and they can't find deckhands. The boat the boat I worked on, I may or may not go back out fishing, but he needs 4. He's made millions of dollars fishing, and as of right now, he has no crew. And there's other people on these big, expensive $750,000, $1.3 million super pickers, similar, like the ones I built the last couple years. And so nice, comfortable boats. Go find something. The work's hard, but you're going to learn, and it'll put things into perspective. It's like, wow, they make all this money because that work is really hard. It's hard on your body. I don't want to do it anymore because my hands are wearing out. You get carpal tunnel, and it's not going to happen to you in one season. This is something that happens over doing it for a while, but you don't even have to go pick fish. Go on a tender, go work on land, branch out, go someplace new, go on an adventure. I mean, you're just not going to have all this money just get thrown at you just because you have a college degree. And like I said, we got a real weird economy. It seems like the wages are really high, but of course the cost of living has pretty much just negated any high wage for what rent is costing. But I mean, again, in the big cities, supply and demand, move out of the big city, go someplace else. I mean, again, if you're just crying to the internet for sympathy, hoping everyone's going to come to your aid, that is just simply not going to be how that's going to be worked. Because I've seen other YouTube personalities reacting to these same things, and one guy's like, "Well, at least you got a cell phone to dink around on while you commute. You can at least network, apply for other jobs, and so forth. Have something to watch. I mean, you're not just staring at the floor reading a newspaper." So there are a lot of a lot of upsides to this horrible downside, and you just keep working, work a second job. It sucks. Gary, damn it, I don't remember his last name now, was talking about, he's that really loud, obnoxious public speaker. I mean, he's great. I mean, I think he got a great message. He's holy shit. I mean, some of us have to sleep 8 hours a night. I mean, we don't all have natural crackhead energy like that. I mean, I'm a really energetic person, but he's 10 times what I'm at. And he said, all through my 20s, I worked every single day. Now he's a millionaire. Well, you're probably not going to achieve that high of a status in that short a time. And I mean, you can't just look at the handful of successful people you see that have gotten extremely lucky or had way more opportunity grew up in a better place, better economy, had better mentorship, and just go, well, why can't I have that? Well, I mean, you're going to have to work for it. We can't all be famous. I don't want to be famous anyway. It's part of the reason I had qualms doing a YouTube channel, but it's not really taken off the way I thought it would, which is fine. So, I don't know, my 2 cents, take it for what it's worth. I mean, know these people probably aren't going to see this, but I mean, keep your chin up. The economy will swing the other way. And don't just go on success strike until society makes an optimum situation for you to succeed in, because you don't plan on accomplishing much. Don't just drag ass for the next 5 to 7 years. Economy goes the other way and you go, oh shit, if I'd have put 20% more effort into this, I'd have a stash of cash. I'd have a better job skill. Oh, I could have jumped on that job. Could have taken some more college classes, and anybody that I say is going to college, I said, you have to get a master's degree. Bachelor's degrees are just a dime a dozen, unless you got some kind of in. And don't forget, some of these people are going to work for their family. I mean, look at Chelsea Clinton. I mean, right out of college, making $500,000 a year working for their charity organization. I mean, gee, you think her dad being the ex-president has anything to do with that? So, yeah, I guess that's all I got. I've been talking too long already. Got some other good videos coming out for you. So forth. Got some more doomsday prepping and all that good stuff. So take it for what it's worth. I hope some of you can take at least something I have to say here to heart. Stop watching bimbos dance on TikTok with their asses hanging out and look for mentorship. Read a goddamn financial book or something. Always be learning, always be building your skill sets. I have a shitload of them. I have mastered none of them. Not a jack of all trades. I just got weapons grade ADD and just got a little bit good at a lot of things because I get bored with them. So that's what I got. Good luck. Don't get all sucked in and just look at all doom and gloom. Okay, it is not that bad. You're still in America. You still have more opportunity than 95%, if not 99% of the planet. I mean, that's got to count for something. And you got food on your table, you got a roof over your head. Again, you got more than most of the planet. Most of the planet is starving and sleeping, in straw houses. So good luck. Work hard. I really hope this helps. I genuinely, sincerely hope that you find your way and your finances meet a little higher, at least closer to your expectations. So have a good night. Thank you for joining me.